Hello, everyone. It's Brian Tucheron, and I'm here today to talk to you about lots of great stuff. Again, it's Brian Tucheron, and I'm just tapping in and tuning into that which is the glory and the perfection that is you. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so grateful that you're all here. And um, yeah, I'm a author, I'm a coach, I'm a speaker. I'm allowing that which is this moment to be expressed and to be shined forth. So I'm glad that all of you are here. Um, and I'm glad that there's this moment that we all get to share together and realize and remember who we are as God, to be still and to know completely that this is the moment, that there only is this moment, and to be still and know that I am God, to be still and know that I am God, right? So when we're still, we allow that divine essence of perfection that we are to endlessly shine forth within us and as us. We're not looking for anything. We're not searching. We're not asking. We're allowing ourselves to be present to that which is the fulfillment that and the completion that we always are. We always have been. We're allowing ourselves to rest in an endless, infinite serenity of peace, bliss, and harmony. And this peace, bliss, and harmony that is ever present is always within us and always around us. And all we ever have to do is just tap into that endless glory and the endless perfection that is truly you and truly me. Aloha, everyone. Aloha, aloha, aloha. Thank you for being here. Thank you for remembering and living from your endless, infinite perfection. Um, so there's moments in this ever present moment that allows us to just remember to really just let go. And as we let go of the things uh, that appear to be, we stand forth back within that which is the true essence of the perfection that we are. We let go of the needs and the wants because we already know that we already have it all, that all of our endless, infinite perfection lies within us at all times and all moments. I used to say um, uh, something from U.S. Anderson is I know that I am pure spirit, that I always have been and always will be. There, there is within me a place of quietness and confidence and security where all things are known and understood. This is the universal mind, God, of which I am a part and which responds to me as I ask of it. This universal mind knows the answer to everything, and even now the answers are speeding their way to me because you are the answer. Because you are the answer. And as you shift into that answer, as you shift and live from that answer and not look for anything, but just live from the endless, infinite knowing beingness that you are the fulfillment of the life of the perfection that is God ever presently living here and now as you, that endless, infinite perfection shines forth endlessly because you're living from it and as it. There's truly nothing that any of us need to do but live from the endless infinite perfection that we are. And that's inherent and that's innately ours. It's innately present and shining forth here and now always because that's the truth of who you are. That's the truth of who all of us are. Um, so you, we as we just rest within this moment, we remember that there is only now. And if there's only now, what do we need to do but just feel the glory and the perfection of the rejoicing gladness that is now? What do we need to do but feel the rejoicing gladness and the perfection that is now? So, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you to really just allow yourself to let go of any maybe thoughts or worries or stresses and allow yourself to just be present to the perfection that you are? What does it mean to just rest within the glory and the perfection of the rejoicing gladness that is your fulfillment? What does that fulfillment look like? What does it feel like? How how is that the truth of who you are? If you were feeling peace and serenity and joy and harmony and bliss and love and fulfillment now, what would that look like? How would that feel within you? So It says thoughts on feeling lack when noticing the 3D doesn't match our imagination fully yet. Seems like lack or boredom, perhaps. Old state. Right. So when we're looking out, when we're looking for something, when we're looking for the fulfillment in the outer world, so to speak, that put the world or the life that's pushed out, then there's there might be an anxiety or stress or or even a feeling of lack, like you said. But when we live from this internal dwelling place of conviction and boldly live from our fulfillment now, and we don't look anywhere to anything or anyone for fulfillment, but we really just live within the fulfillment of our own endless infinite splendor. We allow that splendor, that fulfillment that is our truth, to express into the world, because we're not looking for anything, because we already know that we are it. We have it. I am that I am. I am all of it. And the minute I know it and I feel it and I allow that feeling and knowing to be present as me, that presence that is the truth of who I am and the truth of who all is, endlessly and effortlessly expresses upon the canvas of my life and my world. So, when we detach from old states, like you said, we detach from the idea or the thought or the feeling of lacking something, or and we can detach from that, and we can lift ourselves into and shift into the state of our endless infinite fulfillment, because unconditionally we are God, and this God is the unconditional self, and we can shift and live and move that unconditional self into any state, any state. So right now, in this ever-present moment, it's to remember, it's to stop and remember and give yourself permission to love yourself completely. Give yourself permission to feel and know and experience that which is the glory and the perfection that you are. It's to allow yourself to fully be present and breathe in the knowing that all is already done. And if it's all done, if it's all perfect, and if it's all complete now, which it is, then what is there to do but just live as a child does and live from inspiration? Live from the enthusiasm of your heart and acting upon that which is the inspiration of the wonder that lives within you. It's, in a lot of ways, for me, it's just letting go of the rational mind of uh, that maybe puts a pause on things and just acting intuitively, acting from a place of just inspired intuition. And that inspired intuition comes from that indwelling essence of your perfection that is inherently and always there. When we grew up when we were born into this world, we knew exactly what we wanted and we acted upon it immediately. We didn't question, we didn't wait. We just acted. We knew what we wanted and we moved. We moved. Uh, it's remembering that we can continue to do that. That as adults, version of kids, we can remember what is our highest and greatest good, what is our highest desire, and we can allow that desire. We can allow that inspiration, whether it be go for a walk or just get up and do something, whatever it is. It could be anything. We can allow that inspiration as we uh, become in tune with what's going on within us. We can allow that inspiration to lead, and like the state does, allow the state to lead that which is the unfolding, unconditional, infinite greatness that is your truth. And one way you can do that, you can move into this, is just to allow yourself to feel gratitude, to feel fulfilled now, to feel complete now, to realize that isn't it wonderful, something marvelous is happening to me now. By utilizing, being grateful, being thankful, and realizing that something marvelous is happening to me that lives within me, is here present now. All that ever needs to be done is to just live from that place. And if you know that you're feeling grateful, or you're feeling marvelous, or you're feeling fulfilled, then there's nothing that can be lacking. in any area of your life. So if you notice something that appears to be lacking, you can ask yourself, well, what is this about? Why am I in this place? Why am I in this state? What is it about? What am I looking for? What am I feeling? Is there a feeling of lack? Is there a feeling of worry? Is there a feeling of anxiety? Knowing that nothing defines you, no state, no thought, no worry, no uh, nothing defines you. So if nothing defines you, you're able to separate from that. You're able to observe it. You're able to notice. You're able to stop for a moment and breathe. And by breathing, by stopping, by reminding yourself, by living in the ever present now moment, being present to all that is within you and all around you, you allow yourself to uh, come back to an unconditional baseline, a baseline that is always present, always fulfilled, always on point, always in tune, always knows what feels good, always uh, does what resonates. And when we allow ourselves to move forward from a place of endless, infinite nature of grandeur and bliss and harmony, and we allow ourselves to live from that authentic beingness of acting upon each moment from an authentic uh, place that really truly feels good. We listen to our internal self. We listen to that which is really going on within us, and we ask ourselves, and we allow ourselves to move from that place. We don't conditionalize anything, but we stand forth in this moment, allowing our minds and our hearts and our bodies and our beings and our allness to be in a union, in a place, in a complete union. And this complete union is living from a place that is harmonious. It's that knowing that as I stand forth in this moment, knowing that I am already perfect, whole, and complete, and I need do nothing, that all that ever comes forth is that which is the inspiration of my greatest good. And you can, for me, I can tell the difference between if this is something that feels right or does not feel right. This is something I'm conditionalizing, or this is something that I'm inspired to do, right? Conditionalizing meaning rationalizing that I should be doing something. Should. You hear that word, should? Should I be doing something? So when I stand forth in this moment and I realize the difference between that which I should be doing, that maybe society or I have accepted from society, which is myself pushed out, or the parents or friends or whatever else that I've accepted from that, but that's not the truth of who I am. It doesn't define me. Instead, I return to that inner place of home that has the answers, that is the solution, that really excites me, and I just move like a child does. Once again, I move and I allow myself to act with ease and grace, with wonder and magnificence. I take the pressure off and I allow myself to be free. And by being free, all of the world, all of life that lives within me opens up to express that which is my perfection. Because I've let go, I've detached from maybe those old states, those old thoughts, those old patterns, those old beliefs of I have to do this or something like that, to really coming into this place of I do what inspires me. I do what it lights me up. That lights me up. What lights you up? What are the things that light you up? What are the things that inspire you? What are the things maybe from when you were a child that you absolutely love doing, or that were your dreams, or are your dreams? Those are the things, for me, those are the things that really, that's all that really matters. What lights me up in this moment? And it could be something as simple as uh, going for a walk, or uh, sitting underneath a tree, or smelling a flower, or whatever. It could be the most simple thing in the world, but go do it. Don't rationalize, oh, I should be doing something else. No, it doesn't matter. Just go do it. Just go do it. And the more in tuned we are with that which is our inner self, there's more of this idea of a union of consciousness. It's not like my mind is telling me to do this one thing based off an old state or pattern, but instead uh, I am in complete union with who I am my as the fulfillment of my desires are shining forth here and now as this moment. Um, I know and trust that makes sense uh, because it feels good. So I'm going to go with that. Um, yeah. So right here, right now, in this moment, I'm just talking. It's it's sometimes being able to talk out loud allows you to empty out the 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 backpack of rational thoughts and allow you to move forward triumphantly. And that's one of the things I've noticed for myself. When I talk out loud, uh, all of the thoughts or noise or whatever that might have been within me is somehow released because I am allowing that which is the noise to be sifted out and to be turned into the melody, because I'm no longer focused on uh, something that might not be the harmony, but I'm uh, the inharmony, and I return to that which is the harmony. That that returning meaning I become aware of it and I allow it to shine forth as my life in this ever-present moment. So remember that inner conversations, just like this message is called, is for me, one of the greatest tools in the world. And it's not only a tool, it's something that we do all day, every day, basically not constantly. And we can use those inner conversations to free ourselves to animate and illuminate the world in a way that is harmonious and wonderful and glorious and joyful. And you can tell the difference of when your inner conversations are maybe feeling not so wonderful, or when they are feeling joyful and harmonious and grateful. And sometimes there's the inner conversations and they tell you where you're at, so you don't have to judge them. You just love them. Say, okay, this is what's going on right here, right now. I don't accept maybe something that's uh, appearing to be other than my perfection, but I just stop for a moment. I acknowledge it. I look at what's going on. I observe, I notice, and I shift. Because sometimes you can shift without even having to acknowledge or observe yourself, and that's wonderful too. But other times, acknowledging and observing yourself allows yourself to break a pattern of that old state or those old thoughts. And by breaking that pattern, you allow that pattern to be buried and to sprout new fulfilled perfections of self. Because knowing that yourself is already perfect, you basically just uh, wipe clear that which was the old pattern, and you allow that perfection that is ever present to shine forth once again. Um, so always remember that you are perfect, whole, and complete. And you can ask yourself in this moment, if knowing that I'm perfect, whole, and complete, what am I to do but just feel that which is that perfection? And when I feel it and I know it and I believe it and I allow it to shine forth in my life, there's so many moments in my life that as I just let go and I live from and as that which is the harmony, that which is the joy, that which is the peace, that which is the perfection, I allow that perfection to shine forth endlessly. I have shifted into the state of marvelous or lovely or joy or peace or perfection, and I stand forth here and now, and the whole world animates as that. It animates as that. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for being here. Um, so yeah, it's uh, it's a great opportunity to always see the blessing within each and every moment. Always see the blessing with each and every thought, within each and everything. Because if everything is an opportunity and blessing, you're not seeing anything negative or anything worrisome or anything stressful or anything of lack. Instead, you're seeing the opportunity to be more aware of what really truly lights you up, what truly inspires you. And as you live from that inspiration, you allow that state, that dominion of self, that perfection that you've always been, to animate and illuminate the world. animate and illuminate your life. So, sometimes all we ever need to do is just be present, right? Really, being present is I feel is the answer to pretty much everything. When we're present to everything, when we're present to that which is the harmony of our life and the inner essence of this oneness that lives within us, we allow this presence. We allow this presence that is the truth of who you are and who I am to endlessly shine forth, because there's only this oneness, there's only this grace, there's only this love, there's only this joy. And the oneness that is you is endlessly shining forth as you upon the world and as upon life. The oneness that is you is endlessly shining forth upon you, upon the world, and as life. So, what oneness am I dwelling in at this moment? What is the oneness that is shining forth? Because we say self pushed out, right? Self pushed out. So it's all one as I am. All one as I am. All one as I am. So I am what? What am I? I am joyful. I am peaceful. I am harmonious. I am successful. I am prosperous. Right? But you can be more specific as well. You can say, what implies that I am fulfilled? You can go into maybe creating a scene, or you can create a scene that implies that you're fulfilled now. What would that scene be? Maybe it would be you being high-fived or congratulated, or maybe it would be you being talked to by, or putting a ring on your finger. Maybe that would be something that you could feel as real, right? Because really all we have to do is feel as real that which is the fulfillment here and now. There's nothing for us to do but realize who we are. There's nothing for us to do but realize who we are. And as we realize who we are, our whole life and our whole world unfolds magically and majestically and wonderfully. Goddess says, I feel no shift in the 3D, and I feel scared to change the story as it's totally different. I feel things are going out of my hands as if I'm stopping from something that's happening that I don't know. I wouldn't look for a shift in the 3D. I would remind yourself that you are the story that dwells within you is the story that you experience in your life. So to dwell so fully and so completely in the endless infinite reverie of your endless infinite blissfulness. What is your highest and greatest desire? What is your highest and greatest fulfillment? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Who are you as the person that has it and is it now? Live from the story of being grateful within it. Allow yourself, your conversations, your inner conversations and outer conversations to express being that person now. Being that person now, the person that has all of your desires and is already fulfilled now. We can. It says, you said, I feel scared to change the story. Well, one thing you can do when that comes up is you can do the I am meditation. You can allow yourself to say, I am repeatedly, to help you detach from that old story, to detach from that old state, detach from those old patterns. Another thing I've noticed is you can get up and go for a walk. You can get up and move and be present to the actions that you're taking. And by doing that, you can shift your attention and your awareness away from those old patterns and stories, and you can easily and effortlessly shift into the ideal state, the ideal consciousness, the ideal dominion of self that allows you to easily and effortlessly live from a place of harmony, a place of bliss, a place of joy, a place of gratitude, a place of fulfillment. All these places that I'm talking about are within you. This joy, this peace, this bliss, this harmony, this perfection, all live within you and as you. It's it's remembering not to take life too seriously. It's remembering to not take life too seriously because life lives within you. And if I'm taking life too seriously, I'm putting pressure on life. I'm putting pressure on self. I'm putting pressure on uh, on the world that lives within me, right? Because all of it, we might look out there and put pressure on ourselves, but really, it's just we need to take the pressure off by not taking things so seriously and remember that in a lot of ways, and if not every way, this is a game called life. And this game called life is within you. And as we awaken and we realize that we hold the controls, we hold the pen, we hold the answer because we are the operant power. And the answer and the pen and the control of life is you realizing who you are as God. You realizing who you are as opulent and operant, as the opulent operant power. Yeah, I said it. Two O's. So it's remembering that, and it's remembering that as you stop for a moment and stop looking for fulfillment outside yourself, you realize the fulfillment lives within you, and all of the fulfillment that lives within you shines forth as your world and upon your world, and that the heaven that lives within your heart and your mind and your body and your being as the union of the consciousness that is shines forth upon your world, and then you experience that heaven once again. You experience the heaven that lives within you. So go within right now and change the story. And don't, and I would say, move from being, this is for myself as well, move away from being scared of it to being joyful and appreciative of it, knowing that I am the operant power. And as I stand forth in this moment and I allow myself to feel the heaven, the bliss, the joy, the peace, the harmony, the perfection that I am, that has always been me, not me, Brian Tuchron, but me, God, me, the God that is you, the God that is me, the God that is all. Feel the perfection that you are, because the perfection that you are is ever present. It's just the noise of the old patterns that we just let go of. And these noise of the old patterns do not define you or me or anyone. And as we let go of them, we detach from them and we love them, lovingly let them go, saying, I see you, I acknowledge you, but that's not the truth of me, because that is an idea or a thought that is separate from the oneness that I am. And the oneness that I am ever expresses that which is the glory that I am. So I allow that which is the glory of who I am to ever express harmoniously. I stand forth in this ever-present moment, knowing that all there is now, and all there is the presence, and the presence that I am unwraps the gift of life in the world to shine forth upon the world and as life. The presence that I am, the present that I am, that is God, unwraps the heaven that I am upon the world as your experience. So, what I'm saying is you are the present, you are the presence, you are God. And as you feel and know and believe and hear and assume and and hold that essence of that consciousness within you, and allow nothing to cause a wavering in your conscious dominion, but you boldly can commit to being and living from that place, that undeniable place of your endless perfection. You stand forth here and now, and that perfection that you are shines forth wondrously, joyfully, harmoniously, perfected in a way of pure perfection. So I'm glad that you shifted, but remember, you said you shifted me totally. Thanks a lot. I'm glad that happened. I know I that's one of the things that's here that's wonderful about being here on this call. It's remembering that you can shift easily and effortlessly. And you can do it from listening to me, but more importantly, you can do it from going in within yourself and feeling this own reverie of bliss, this own joyful, harmonious symphony that lives within you. The symphony that is ever playing the music of your heart, of your mind, and your body, and your consciousness that is fulfilled. It's living from that place that is always and always has been and always will be fulfilled, because past, present, and future are now. All is now. And you can go back into the past and remember a new self. You can go forward into the future and remember a new self. And you can start right now to remember the self that is you, that God self, that is the perfected self, that is the glorious self, that is the harmonious self, that is the joyful self, that is the unstoppable, endless, infinite, perfected self that is and always has been here now. And you can detach from all the things that make you feel anything but bliss, anything but peace, joy, peace, harmony, love, peace, 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 harmony. I said peace a lot of times. But yeah, anything that makes you feel anything but your your greatness, and you can say, okay, what is this about, without judging yourself. If there's a feeling or something that comes up that's appears to be other than your perfection, you say, what is it about? Is this who I am? No, it doesn't define me. Then you're detaching, you're observing, you're noticing, you're allowing, you're saying, what is the blessing and opportunity in this? You, by getting the blessing and opportunity, you're reuniting, and it feels so good. You're reuniting with the self that is always and always has been present. This present perfection of the gift that you are. The gift that you are ever shines forth, and it unwraps, because you are in the unwrapping gift that is ever wonderfully and joyfully and harmoniously living in this ever present now moment. So it says, your live videos are amazing, but today Brian's energy is low. I want to see the goofy Brian, the truly eternal Brian. This is the eternal. I appreciate you saying that you love my goofy videos. This is me being from a place of peace. Goofy is great too. That's a wonderful disruptor, and it helps all of us to shift our energy from that place. Right? We can be goofy. We can allow ourselves to. That's one of the best things in the world, to be goofy and laugh and just to play. And that is one thing that I'm phenomenal at. I am the master of play. I am the master of fun. I am the master of goofy, and I allow myself to just shake it all about. But right now, it's just I'm living in a place of just commitment to the conviction of the endless, infinite beauty that I am, and allowing that commitment and that beauty and harmony and bliss to shine forth in a harmonious, peaceful way. I'm feeling more of a peace and serenity that is radiating and pure, the radiating the pure, endless, blissful presence of this moment. But I love you, and I appreciate you saying that you love my videos and you love my goofiness. It's wonderful to hear that. It's wonderful to know that, and it's wonderful to experience that. It reminds you, for me, being goofy is a great way to dance within the melody of this ever-present moment, right? Because if we're dancing within the melody of this ever-present moment, we're allowing ourselves to be free. And being free is like a child, right? They just play and play and play and play and play and play and play. They play all day. They play all day, right? And they don't take anything seriously. Like I said before, there's nothing serious. It's like, oh, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. And that's another part of the gift that you are. It's the gift that you can be present, and you can be playful, and you can be, allow that presently playful, perfected self to animate all your world by living in the heaven that is your truth. Living in the heaven that is your fulfillment, living in the heaven that is your peace and your harmony and your play and your laugh and your joy. You can laugh just because. You don't need a reason to laugh. You can be peaceful just because. You don't need a reason to be peaceful. You can be joyful just because. You don't need a reason to be joyful. You can be it because that's who you are. You can be love just because. You don't need a reason. You don't need someone or something to say, Brian, you're the best. I love you. Although that's wonderful, it's all great to receive those things, but you can know it for yourself unconditionally, unwaveringly. And as you know it for yourself, the world and the life and the people around you all love you and all see you in your glory and your perfection. So, yeah, it's good. It's great. It's wonderful. Thank you. You're an asset to the world as well. And the world that is the asset lives within you, because this asset of the world that I am is God. And the asset of the world that you are is God. And God lives within you. And we shine forth this wonderful being and splendor and gloriousness that is the truth of who we all are as the world, right? Because the world, life, our experiences all live within ourselves. All live within ourselves. So that's what I meant by the presence. You are the presence and you are the perfection. And the presence and the perfection that is you is unwrapping as the present that is now. All there is now. And the presence and the perfection that you are is unwrapping as the present that is now. This presence and perfection that you're dwelling as, that you're living from and living as, unwraps in this ever present now moment, and you experience it as the melody, as the joyful, as the perfection, as the harmony of life. Because life and the world and all live within you. So if there's something that doesn't resonate, you revise it, you replace it, you remember the truth of who you are and the truth of who all is, because all is God. All is I am. I'm so glad to be connected to you at this moment. I know when you will boom, and have a million followers, and you will be missed by me. Well, there's nothing to miss because I'm within you. I appreciate that. I love what you're saying, and thank you for saying that I have millions of followers. That's true. I have millions of followers. It's wonderful. It's great. It's harmonious. Um, I just love sharing, and I love speaking from the infinite knowing of my heart and allowing that to uh, be heard and resonate with all of you. And I get on all of these calls, and I know it and unconditionally that the words that come out of my mouth and the energy that I display and shine forth are all connected to the hearts and the minds and the beings of you remembering and living from that which is the joyful essence of your own perfection, the perfection that God is as you, as me, and as all. I know this unconditionally. I come on here and I see and feel and I experience and I trust that all that needs to be shifted is shifted immediately. That the bliss and the joy and the harmony that is your life is happening now, because that's the truth of who you are. But you don't have to miss me, because I'm always here and I'm always within you, and I'm no matter where I am, whether I'm on this call or not, you can always go within yourself, because God is the answer and God has the answers. So thank you a lot. I appreciate you saying all these beautiful things. And remember, you are the beautiful that is saying it. So I'm probably going to be on this call for maybe another 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm just talking. So one thing I'll say is, no matter where we are, there could be clouds in the sky, but the light that you are is always shining. So don't allow the clouds to define you in any way. The clouds are just a wonderful opportunity to let go and allow that which is the marinating goodness of your heart to shine forth in the endless, infinite, blissful presence of the perfection that you've always been. Hello, Brian. Glad to be here. It's done, but not the one that I wish in my imagination. I feel kind of married arrangement, but every now and then someone around me says the date. It's becoming not resisting, but yes, whole day task. I would live in the wish fulfilled, live in the fulfillment, live in the fulfillment of the glory and the perfection that is your highest and greatest good. Live in the fulfillment. For me, it's detaching from that which appears to be in the outer world and giving fully my attention, my awareness, my beingness to that which is the fulfillment. Nothing is permanent. Nothing. The only facts that exist are the facts that I give my energy to, give my power to, give my animating goodness to. So the only facts that exist are the facts that I give my energy to. A doctor can say to someone that there's not good news, and if you don't give your attention to that, if you believe in the answer and the solution of your fulfillment as the perfection of the harmony of the perfect health, of knowing that you're God, and that as God you can choose and decide to be that perfection now, then nothing and no one can stop the perfection that you are. Nothing and no one can stop the perfection that you are. No facts are true unless you believe that they are. So believe anew. Believe in the endless, infinite fulfillment of your heart. Believe in that which really lights you up. Believe in that which is your endless, infinite glory here and now. Believe in the knowing that there is nothing in no one that is an obstacle to the mind, to the essence, to the perfection of that God that I am, that you are, that all is. There's no obstacle or undesirable circumstance to the mind of God that lives within you and as you now. You are the operant power, and you can shift anything by remembering who you are, by remembering and fully pouring yourself, pouring your energy, pouring your conscious dominion in the place of that which is your fulfillment. Fully pour your consciousness into that which is the fulfillment of your divine greatness. And you are the divine greatness. You know it. You know who and what you want. You know what is your highest and greatest good. You authentically are standing forth in this moment, allowing that which is the greatness of yourself to emanate and animate the world. And you know that which feels good. What feels good? What feels good right now? Your highest and greatest good is here now. Your highest, greatest, and greatest good is here now. The fulfillment that you are is here now. Feel it. Not because I said so, but because you know it's true in your own heart. Feel it. The highest and greatest good that you are is here now. It's here now. So, thank you so much for that. Melissa, thank you for suggesting that myself and Candace should film a video together. We do weekly videos on the Isn't It Wonderful Club, isn'titwonderful.club. Weekly videos on the Isn't It Wonderful.club. Candace and I do weekly videos. It's amazing. We have a forum, awesome community, awesome group, awesome people, wonderful people, endless successes. And we welcome you and we support you and we imagine with you, for you, and knowing your ideal at all times. But Candace and I do weekly calls on providing insights, successes, as well as just inspirations that live within us. And we answer questions and so on and so forth. It's a party. It's wonderful. It's joyful. It's amazing. And it's here right now. Isn't a wonderful.club. Candace's awesome. Thank you for asking about that. Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing group. You can check it out. Yes, I found Brian from you, Candace. Last Christmas, you posted his book, and I bought it. Well, thank you for buying the book, and thank you, Candace, as well, for sharing my awesomeness. So there you go. So yeah, I appreciate all of you. I love you all. I know and trust and hold and experience that which is the fulfillment of all of you. And I only accept that which is your perfection, and your perfection is always here. Your perfection is always here. Your perfection is always here. Thank you for mentioning my book, Nuggets of Inspiration. You can find that on my website, www.briantusharon.com. Great book. It provides insights about my life and tools and techniques that I've used, and just messages of positivity. So I'm gonna sign off. Maybe I'll do a little "Isn't It Wonderful" ditty, and then we'll let go of this ever-present moment to shine forth in the next ever-present moment. The forgiveness class you can find on Awaken the God Self in the link of the bio, in Candace's bio. So this is okay. There you go. Info at returntoaloha.com. Awesome. So remember, you can use Isn't It Wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me right now as well. And that's one of the things that we do in the Isn't It Wonderful Club, as well as millions of infinite other things as well. And we'll sign off by just doing a couple rounds of that. And then I'll say goodbye, and I love you all. Isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to us right now. Isn't it wonderful? 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 Something marvelous is happening to us right now. Isn't it wonderful? 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 Something marvelous is happening to us right now. Love you all. Take care. Until the next ever present moment, which is now. Many blessings, endless love, and the knowing endless infinite beingness that you are the perfect perfection of the presence of God that is shining forth here and now. Much love, much blessings. Until the next ever present moment. Take care. Love you. Bye.